I'm John Hanna for CityTV.net here in New York, and we have Joe Waters. Um, Talking to him in Boston right now. Thanks for joining us, Joe.
Hey, John, how are you?
Great, great, great. Joe, first tell us about your background. You're the writer for this cost marketing for dummies, and
Yep,
your co-writer Joanna McDonald won't be able to join us today, but
yep.
she's a co-author of the book as well.
hmm
Tell us about your background and her background.
Yeah. Well, for about 20 years, Joanna and I have spent, many years in the nonprofit field, mainly drawn to business relationships with nonprofits, which took the form of kind of sponsorships in the early 90s. And so we were very involved with national organizations like the United Way, the Muscular Dystrophy Association, the Arthritis Foundation. She and I also worked together at a business organization here in the city, and efforts really came together at Boston Medical Center, which is what many people know of in Boston as the Old City Hospital. That is a partnership between BU and City Hospital to form Boston Medical. And for 7 years, we practiced cause marketing there, doing a bunch of different programs with local and national retailers.
Okay, so you've had a number of years doing this stuff, and that's why you came up with a book, right?
Yeah. It was actually Wiley that called me, John, and had a conversation about the book. And a big part of Joanna and I has been the fact that I've written a blog on cause marketing called Selfish Giving since 2004, and that's really the thing that gave us a lot of recognition and a lot of respect in the field, because people saw all the great things that we were doing at Boston Medical Center, which really isn't a household name even here in Boston. So they were impressed by that, and that's something Wiley picked up on.
And plus, it's a good thing to get a call from Wiley, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was great to get a call from them, and they were great people to work with. And obviously, too, John, the Four Dummy series is an awesome group of books.
Yeah, I've seen them grow from the very first couple of books for dummies to so many titles already for books of.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I think they're celebrating like their 20th or 25th year this year. So they've been around for a long time too.
Yeah, yeah. No, um, well, tell us some more about the book now.
Well, the book is, really a reflection of all the work that we put in over the past 20 years, but of course the past 7 years of developing local cause marketing programs. And, our vision for the book when Joanna and I first wrote it was we wanted to write a resource for small and medium-sized businesses who in some ways are being left out of this cause marketing revolution, which we define as a partnership between a nonprofit and a for-profit for mutual profit. And so we really wanted to write a resource for them and to show them that they could do cause marketing to build awareness for themselves and to raise money. And, the other big thing about the book, John, was in addition to talking about kind of the basic benefits of cause marketing and showing people how to use traditional things, we also talked about the online world, which is really exploding when it comes to cause marketing and fundraising and how readers could tap that.
I've seen a lot of cost marketing. Well, I didn't know what the word was before, but now you pretty much are telling us the word is actually cost marketing with regards to partnership between a private and a non-profit organization. In New York City, there's been, let's say, a street fair, and they would have like cupcakes for sale, and $1 goes to a non-profit organization. Uh,
Mhm.
is is that something like that? And how can people really look at this thing and say, you know what, you're just putting in this nonprofit name here so you can make a
Mhm.
sale? What do you say to
Well,
kind of?
Well, the real opportunity for businesses, though, and I think what makes cause marketing so powerful for them, John, is that a lot of businesses could just contribute outright to causes, which is obviously a big part of how money is raised through companies and a great way for a company to support a cause. But what's really important to remember about cause marketing, John, is that cause marketing gives the company's customers access to the nonprofit. So the company is introducing them to the cause, to the mission of what they do, And you can raise a lot more money, especially if you're in a retail environment, a B2C environment. You can raise a lot more money with cause marketing than you could ever raise just by collecting corporate checks. And that's what people are realizing, especially on the local level. And, I have a local example to use for you here in New England, Ocean State Job Lots, which is a 100-store discount retailer. Over 6 years of raising money through cause marketing programs for BMC, they raised $1 million for us. And, they could never sit down and, as a company, just write a check for something like that. So not only did they do a good thing by, building that awareness with their customers, but they also chose the most beneficial way of supporting the organization, which was cause marketing.
Okay, so the name of the company and the cost that they're raising it for?
The name of the company was Ocean State Job Lots, and it's a discount retailer, and they're based out of Rhode Island, and they did what we call, John, point of sale. And point of sale is when someone asks you to make a donation at the register. So you would go to the register, someone would say, would you like to donate $1 to help sick kids or to feed a family of 4, whatever your cause is. And over a 6-year period, they raised $1 million for Boston Medical Center with these programs. Most recently, last December, they raised almost $300,000 in just 3 weeks with these programs. Now, keep in mind, John, that expenses are a big concern with nonprofits right now. And they raised that $300,000 with less than $10,000 in expenses for that program, which in itself is very impressive.
Wow. And look at the benefits of this thing. It benefits both ways. The company itself for being cost aware, and
Yep.
the nonprofit organization, because like you said, it's minimizing their expenses as well.
Yeah, and you know what's great for the company, and what I always tell people, John, which is important about cause marketing, is cause marketing gives you a competitive edge that goes beyond product and price, right? Product and price is so important to the consumer today. But what we find is when companies do cause marketing programs, it increases their favorability and thus their loyalty with shoppers and potential shoppers, so that when customers do have a choice between two things that are relatively equal, they choose the company they like doing business with and they respect doing business with. That's what's so important about cause marketing. And that's what makes it so unique.
Now, the other thing is that how does a small business owner create a cost marketing for their business?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's really about looking at what you have as assets as an organization. As a matter of fact, this very question, John, that you're asking, I answered on a recent blog post. People can visit selfishgiving.com and they can see I had 3 questions from newbies, and one of them was about how do I get started as a small business owner? And the real challenge with business owners is to look at the assets they have. What do they have going for them that they could put to use for the cause? And in the case of Ocean State Job Lots, it's that they have lots of stores. They're busy stores, and it's a great place to ask people to donate $1 to Boston Medical Center. But there are many other organizations out there that could say, hey, I have a large workforce. So the way I'm going to help a nonprofit is I'm going to access that workforce, and I'm going to ask my customers to join me in cleaning up a neighborhood or cleaning up a park in my area. So it's all about what you have as an organization and what you can leverage with the consumer.
Any closing statements with regards to cost marketing and your book and your blog?
Well, I think, the good news is that there are over 700 posts on selfish giving, and there is a ton of free information there for people that they can take advantage, John. And I really encourage them to do it. If you're the type of person you like it in book form, or you want it all in one place, Cause Marketing for Dummies is a great place to go. We also offer a training course, 6-figure cause marketing, to teach nonprofits how to raise 6 figures with cause marketing programs. And if you look on the speaking page of my blog, which I have a tab for at the very top, you'll see that I'm doing a ton of webinars coming up, and most of them are free. So it's a great place to have access to me, to hear me talk about these things, and learn a little bit more before you rush out and spend any money.
No, contact information. Where can people contact you?
Well, the best way to reach me is through my blog. at selfishgiving.com. And the place where I am probably most active, where people can find me, is on Twitter, and my handle is Joe Waters. And that's always a place that you can find me for more information. But my blog has my email, it has my connections on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I'm happy to connect with you.
Awesome. That's Joe Waters from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm John Hanna for CityTV.net in New York.